Why, hello there! Welcome to the jungle, all 6,706? Is that how I see? Yep, that's a little bit, a lot more than we've ever seen here. And of course, a lot of you probably don't even know me, because usually I am completely nocturnal. But I'm Fame. I am a full-time D4 streamer. I've streamed it now over 4,000 hours, and I absolutely love this game, and I feel so honored to actually be right here at the Xbox studio to play Spiritborn. And I want to play a little bit of all of them. I don't know which my favorite is quite yet, but we're going to start with Eagle, since it was the first one someone said they were interested in, and I feel like up here is my favorite so far. I like the Centipede, so we'll go look at this a little bit here. And this is the mobility class. I have played it a little bit, and we'll be, of course, level 30, so we'll see how 30 goes for us. And thank you all for those follows. Hopefully, I didn't turn on all the alerts and all this sort of deal, because I knew this would happen, and we're not getting spammed.
Not ready.
Because I'm definitely not used to this kind of traffic. Howdy, howdy. Some of us, of course, know the howdy emotes. I apologize if I can't engage with the chat as much as I usually do, because there's kind of a lot of you in here. Hey, how's it going? Alright, before I forget, let me go and put this over here. And I am technically, it should also be on YouTube for those checking out YouTube. Hello, hello. Granted, I mostly engage with Twitch chat. Hopefully you guys are okay over there too. If you want to maybe have a little more shot of me seeing what you're up to, you can come join us around TTV too. Yes, it is a beauty.
Not ready yet.
I was always saying that, like, our older tiles, it looks like the actual jungle. I love green on green on green. My UI does reflect that.
Need more time.
The Centipede might be my very, very favorite. But they did. They sent a huge group, the hugest I've ever seen. I think like maybe 3 or 4 times bigger than what we've ever seen.
I'm low on figure.
Yes, it does look absolutely awesome. So it has a touch of the Jaguar also in it. But I was saying before, while we were just kind of hanging out waiting for us to start, that what this class looks like with its lighting basically is what I always wish Charge Bolts on the Source looked like. It is phenomenally beautiful. There's a lot of beautiful things in this class that I don't think there's a single one of them that I feel like I don't really like that. Oh, Bug Goblin. We love the Bug Goblin. Okay, so they put me all the way over here. What I'm going to do is actually go out to the Helltide. Yeah, we'll play with this a little bit. Classic me, I like to port while I'm getting attacked. We can handle it. Alright, good here for the time being? Sure. Alright, let's go ahead and hop in here. Those gifted subs, Project Overkill. I see you there. Dun, 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 dun. How do I play the expansion already? I have been a part of the Diablo Partner Program for quite a few months now, and I've streamed this game for thousands of hours. So they have invited me here to play it for everybody. Dun, dun, dun. Which is really an honor, because I am relatively new to streaming. This is only my 2nd year streaming. I recently got partnered when they invited me to Diablo Partners Program that I did not actually have Twitch partner. I only got it for like the last few weeks, compared to a lot of guys who are here who are, of course, well-known names. It's been a while to actually get to meet them finally. All right, we're going up here. Play a little bit more of the Eagle. I don't have nearly as much time as I usually do. I usually stream 12+ hours in the dead of night.
Not ready.
So I gotta be on a little bit more of a timetable than my leisurely way. I just kind of do whatever I want to do. Alright, of course, this is the Helltime. They currently only have us with a few legendaries that match the build for the Eagle. And all the other builds do have something similar going on, but a lot of the other things on us are, of course, rares. So we're not even, like, top power of what we could be for a level 30. Hey there, Thanos. Good to see you, too. Alright, going back here. Yes, very lucky.
Not ready.
There we go. Howdy, Captain Robbie Rob. I see you there. Yes, the movement on this class is probably the best in the game. Move over Rogue, there might be a new speedster in town. Like, it also has some basic skills that zip it from place to place. This one in particular does not have that by the looks of it, but it's still flashy nonetheless. This one also gives me more damage off of evade. It builds up feathers as I'm hitting stuff. Okay, so let's go do this new stronghold. I did get us some access to this. Of course, this is all not final footage, so I'm not exactly sure what's it gonna look like or where this is gonna show up in the actual game. But these are pretty involved over here. Something shiny and new. I feel like we're all well overdue with some shiny new. I realize when I get into this area, that's been happening recently. Test build, it is what it is. What I call a resource? The resource is Vigor, right here. And when we get around to the Jaguar, the resource chain on that and the cost reduction on that is a phenomenal experience even at low level. Jaguar is probably maybe my favorite right now as far as like actual gameplay. Aesthetically, I love the Centipede, but after I was playing it for them, when they let us preview it before we got into streams review, it's just that Jag can just go and go and go. Go figure, right? All right, so it wants to destroy the Dregs Brewing Cauldrons here. So we got these down this way. To get to the Cauldrons, though, of course, I had to kill the things on the outside. These strongholds are a little bit more involved than the ones I feel like we have in the original game. That's pretty cool. Expanding upon that concept. Go ahead and kill you here, my Cauldron Keeper. But bars use the new weapon types, or at least the quarter staff, so they have more than one option for the two-handed buck slot. That would be pretty cool. I feel like barbarians are such a grand old place. That's Raid Diviniana. Good to see you. Glad you stopped by. Cauldron. Yes, this Centipede is so epic. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. I guess I keep track of time. Make sure we get to see it. Okay, Cauldron Keeper. Kill you. How are we doing now on this one? Don't let me die. We're not as sturdy in autopilot as when we get to that end game build. Rear butts of baby. So we're just seeing like a small fraction of all these builds power, and they're already so flashy. Like right out of the box, we get all the nice things. Obviously don't have to kill that one, but we're gonna do it anyway because I'm just kind of vibing. Okay, this one. I can't wait till I get home. Oh no, I love it out here. I don't want to go home yet. Don't make me leave.
Not ready.
I could move right in. We just play Spiritborn forever. That down this side. All right. It is a good point. We do have 10 health off right now. That is a good observation. I didn't actually notice that until you said it, and I've been with some access to this for a few hours now.
Need more time.
For the last 2 days. Right, Fluorescent Maggot Mound. Get you going. It is super fun. This is even like my favorite. I dig all of them, but I feel like there are two that I prefer over this. I have high hopes for the Gorilla too. But I'm not absolutely sure how me being super tanky comes into play yet with the current kind of mechanics we already know and love. We'll have to see eventually in the future what the rest of the expansion holds. I mean, like Gorilla has a huge place we just don't even know yet. Do right down here. Harambe build, yes! Yes. I love all the animations on these spirit summons. The eagle is flashy. Someone earlier mentioned that it reminds me of Arcudo. Well, Arcudo had lightning. Don't know about that. Okay, there's the other cauldron done. There are two more. So we gotta go all the way up there. The stronghold that never ends. Go ahead and roll on over this way. And what does it want me to do here? Destroy the Juice Fanatic. So there's gonna be those on the map up here on the northwest. There you go. My evade, I shoot out extra feathers. I don't know if it feels like it's enough feathers. I wish there was more. Balance only being able to use one two-handed weapon. Well, these classes, they have a lot of buffs built in with their class specialization with the Hollow Spirits. They get to add very specialized things that give very unique powers that the likes of other classes don't have. So it doesn't need all those extra weapon slots to have a lot of special abilities. It gets a customization that the other classes really don't in those. I'll show you in a moment after I'm not getting whacked by anything in the Stronghold. This Stronghold isn't timed, so I'll be able to do it after I get to this cauldron. Put little adds and ends right here. There you go. The threaten sound like? I'm gonna check the remote. I don't even know. I haven't actually looked. That's a good question. Okay, so what I wanted to do first, we were gonna look at the Spirit Hall here. So this is the Eagle. Casting Eagle skill grants 2 Storm Feathers up to a maximum 8. When you evade, all Storm Feathers are fired, dealing 112 lightning damage, making targets vulnerable for 3 seconds. So it's got a lot of vuln access. You don't have to worry about putting it in other places too much, and there's more vuln access to other skills too. All skills are now also Eagle skills. And then you have to do a sub spirit that also helps you. You could technically, if you wanted to, you can go Eagle. Every 4 meters, you move your critical strike chance increased by 4%. This bonus reset 2 seconds after curly strike, and then all the others. Since I'm here, this is the first time we've been in here since I started streaming. We can look at these two. This is the Jaguars. Every 4th time you deal direct damage to an enemy with a Jaguar skill, unleash additional slashes, dealing 100% of the damage of the 4 hits. And of course, every time you select one of these, it makes all of your skills, even from the other spirit lines, also have these. So you can expand upon the effects. Like all of a sudden we can have gorilla skills on all of this if we really want to. This is gorilla. Cast a gorilla skill. Deals 100% thorns to enemies you hit and grants a barrier for 10% of maximum life, up to 40% for 3 seconds. Gorilla is super tanky, and that's super cool. Because I usually do like to play kind of like the more tanky kind of builds. It's just that often when you do, everyone's like, where's your damage? You need more damage. Hopefully, maybe we'll finally have some justice for tanky types. You're going Jaguar? Yes. Jaguar is awesome. It's a great choice. And this is the Centipede, my poison baby. Hitting enemy with Centipede skill reduces their damage by 2.5%, slows them by 10% for 3 seconds, stacking a maximum 8 times. And those who know me know I like a lot of CC. I like that utility, and the Centipede is right up my alley in that way too. Of course, lots of poison. But let's go put the eagle back on since we're still playing the pre-made eagle and touch of the dragon. Not going. And then we are looking for one more cauldron. Last cauldron is all the way up in that corner. All right, we'll get there. Put that bird up there, but I didn't really have to hit anything. This looks nice. Yeah, Spiritborn has one weapon slot. You one hand offhand by the looks of it. Here, I don't know about that. I've only seen 200 weapons on this. Get this one. Fire started. Get to the other side. They are beautiful, aren't they, Esther?
Not ready.
Oh yeah, it's the thread. I'll get that. I'll get that. That happens to me all the time. I will say something, I will forget because I'm always like, I like to go next thing, next thing, next thing. I like to go fast. And whatever the next objective is, I will be after that. I don't mind people reminding me ever. Just go for it. I'll try to get to it when I can. Let's go ahead and kill this since I'm already here, though. So the drag's brewing. I also don't like to stand still for any too long kind of length of time. This now too. Enjoy work, good luck. I'm glad you got to make it in for the daytime stream. Briar, this way too. Yes, it looks so good, it does. Alright, what do we need next? I need to destroy this one over here, the Befouled Briar. I do appreciate that they didn't like cut and paste, so you gotta do the same thing 4 times. You gotta do slightly different objectives to finish to the one. Alright, now we gotta go find the final objective in the middle there. Harvester, move it along. Can't get on my trusty mount here. Thanks for all those follows that have been coming in, by the way. Usually do thank everybody individually, but of course there's a lot of traffic today. Okay, so let's figure this out. Source of Drake's new poison. Okay, Slay Darm. There's our boy. I can't hit him. He's busy doing his little spiel. Hit him with the big bird. There you go. Oh, tell me I'm out of vigor. I did not turn those off, so you might be hearing a lot of that because I usually just spam like crazy. Like, by no means am I a master of this class yet. We only had so much time. Usually I would go through a much cleaner rotation. What you know about all that. I'm still learning too. Why aren't we? Alright, double amulets from that drop. We'll see if there's any legendaries that open up in this class, and while we're also here, see which ones they gave us. You gain resolve for each 23 vigor, you gain over 100 on you. Quill's Volley's feathers explode upon reaching their apex for 74% of its base damage and return to where they were cast, which is that boomerang kind of effect we have going on right now. You won't be able to see the armory on this one because it is, of course, not attached to the live server. After counterattack reflects incoming razor wings back out again. Other small missiles are also reflected back at enemies that deal 41% of counterattack's base damage on impact. Interesting. So we got the razor's wings and all that sort of deal. Yeah, the angle is very nice. Since I have limited time, we're going to switch to see one of the other ones, but I quite like that. I do see myself at some point making some sort of build with that and seeing it out. So let's go check out the gorilla. I was going to go in reverse order, so I'll end on the centipede, which right now is my aesthetic favorite, so naturally I want to spend the most time with him. Alright, so this is gorilla. Kind of looks like a spear from Hades. Interesting, interesting. Does dismount attack for the spear board? Yeah, we can look at that too. The dismount attack, but first we wanted to do the taunts because I did promise that I would do it. So let's go see if they've got a taunt here for us. Alright, let's stop that in. Save changes. Now let's go ahead and...
You invite the wrath of not one, but
thousands. I dig that. I dig that. Alright, so we wanted to see the dismount attack too. Go ahead and do that. There you go. Looks like they got the lightning of the bird. I kind of wish that maybe they'd actually like see the bird a little bit more. Pretty cool. I didn't check those other two amulets we picked up for the character. All right, bees are coming. All right. Actually, that is kind of a little bit true. I don't actually summon bees. I think it's a locust, but we'll see that with the centipede. Alrighty, here's a little bit more you. Okay, just kill a little odds and ends, but we really want to be, of course, on the Helltide. I kind of wish they put me over here. Save me a little bit of time. That's okay. We'll kill whatever this is and put it back in.
I don't have enough.
Bang, bang. There's a little bit of blasting going on with the gorilla. I did not play D3, but it's my understanding that there's definite monk energy with this class, and it's just like going by what it looks like. That looks like something I would see them actually. Alright. Yeah, I'm always like that too. I wish that the dismounted skills were actually more attuned to what your character build is instead of a default one, because then yeah, some obviously are not made equal. If you're like built for the eagle and lightning and all that sort of deal, and this one, okay, that's cool. It doesn't matter that much, but it'd just be a nice little thing if I could, you know, build like gorilla dismount on this character. Much real love, thank you, both of you. All of you, welcome in, Raiders. How was your stream? Good to see you, Skeletic. And all.
Not ready.
I won't forget about anybody. I got the memory of an elephant. I never forget. And that's why you gotta be careful. I said I was gonna go. I kind of said that, and I was like, I said I was gonna go over here. I kind of forgot, because, you know, raid. Okay, gotta say hello. Maybe those follows. Let's see the new map? Alright, well, the new map, I can't say that it's actually, like, fully what it's gonna be, because, of course, we are on a test build, and they got us closed off just to showcase the class. Since I'm here, this is what we got for Nathan 2 right now. And this, of course, is, like, the real world what we usually are playing. So, it looks like there's some stuff going on over here that we can't get to yet. Assuming it stays like this, but yeah, we can't be sure. So I got 2 strongholds right now. There are a few more dungeons or what they're showing us currently that we can mess with. But of course, we don't see the meat and potatoes of that. I'm sure at some point they'll reveal more of that for us. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, Gorilla is absolutely tankier, and it does early on feel pretty good at that screen clear. All right, we're over here this way. Dun, 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 dun. Go back to that stronghold so we get a little bit more to be killing. Always need that time. How much time we got? We got 2 hours, I think, is how they were telling us. Something like that. Something like that. So, you know, already feeling the time crunch, because usually I am here 12 plus. I miss my 12 plus hours. I've been gone for a few days because, of course, we were doing the traveling thing and hanging out here. But so come October, of course, we'll spend all the hours for this class. Season 6, I will definitely start with it. All right, so we're the shiny Helltide. We can play with the gorilla a little bit more proper. This. Hello.
More vigor. Need more time.
All right, it's all right. Come around this way. Oh dear, oh dear. What's gonna do with that? Android is actually one of the biggest people who is always like, they should invite her to come play, they should do all this. And there were actually times when Android would say these things, and I already knew I was coming. It was like, oh no, oh no. Oh, let's hop on down here. You want to see the map again? Okay, we can show you the map again, but first, I'm Gorilla-ing. I have the thing. Welcome in. Is the mess of the unique safe I said how the sphere plays? I picked up 1 unique twice during my test yesterday when, of course, I couldn't stream. And it wasn't even into the build of the character that I was really playing, so I did not really get to look at it. That's the only, like, downside of what we currently have is, like, don't have access to that to show everybody, but the one I looked at, was pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It affected Gorilla, but at the time I think it was playing Centipede. Alright, so I want to look at the map again. I mean, the map, we don't know if that's going to be anything close to what it actually is, but that's what you got going on. Okay, let me get that Gorilla out again. I like him. He's shiny.
Not ready.
There we go. Got some hooks. Some propagators. Not really changing out the build too much. Technically I can do that. I'll look at some of the other skills. and moving around, but it's kind of like the recommended ones that the devs have put together for us to get us going, showcase what we got. Alright, here's a new item, but did it give me a new aspect that it does anything related to this character? Let's go layer the winner. Named him ages ago. Can't forget.
Not ready.
Alright. Yes, players could very well use Eagle for speed. Here, the Jag's really fast too. Jag zips around in a fight like nothing else. So I love the Jaguar too. Those monsters sound scary. They got that squish to them, right? The audio is so good.
Not ready.
A lot of us were saying we were like really nervous at the beginning or before all the streams were gonna happen, and then we realized it was the heart-pounding music that kept being played from the new expansion. It's like, yeah, that will get you riled up. That'll definitely get you riled up. You won't be one best right out of the PvZ zone. I don't know about that. I'm sure he's had more time with all these classes than we would. That'd be a bad time for me. Doing Santos and we'll play there. Haven't seen the Jag yet? Well, hey there, Necromancer Queen. Well, we very much can. We're gonna mess with this a little bit more just so we can show off Gorilla things. Gorilla, if I could like actually scale the gear and everything, I feel like it would be super epic because I can't really have like quick access to all of the best defensive kind of things and build those thorns and all that sort of cool stuff. I don't know if I can really give the Gorilla his best shot. He can't live his best life until he's built up. But let's go see the Jaguar since we've been talking about so much, and I do absolutely love the class. I'm gonna give that Jag a look. Horizon areas is too dark and shadowy. Oh, there's a lot of darkness. I haven't shown you the other stronghold they have in this build. It's maybe the darkest thing we've ever seen in this game as far as like actual lighting, but it's with purpose. It's a purpose. It's not just like an annoying way. It is a. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's all the way down there. But since we mentioned it, we might just go because we can. Because we can. Let's go ahead and go down the kill route. There's more. It's spiders. We should know that. There's a lot of spiders, which I guess from a leveling standpoint, I like to see those. I can draw all the spiders at me. Come when we're actually leveling real characters. I'm all about spiders. Real authority, really scale. Yes, they need that gear. They need it. They have to have it. Otherwise, it's not going to be quite all it's cracked up to be, I think.
Need time for that.
Okay, let's head on down here and take a look at what's going on this way. I love the basic attack for Jag. That is satisfying. Now I'm gonna go down here, and of course it's a bit of a trek. But I just felt like the stronghold was different. It hit different. Granted, I felt like it maybe also it was the most time-consuming stronghold I've ever seen. I don't know what it'll be like when it actually hits live, but when somebody says something in the chat that kind of lines up with an idea, I feel obligated to try and flesh this idea out. Okay, so the animations are the same. No, they're not the same. The jungle definitely has a little bit of a better look to it. This is different too. This wasteland energy. I don't think the animations on the Spiritborn are very unique to the other classes that are available. Speaking of, I'll just ride around on the cat. Let's kill some stuff because I cannot stand not slaying for too long. All is flash. You gotta do it. By far my favorite basic of the Spiritborn attacks. There we go.
Need more time.
Of course, we always need more time because I'm a spammer. What can I say? Okay, so this is the Chekier Stronghold. I think I pronounced that right. If I remember correctly, the entrance to it is on this side somewhere. I don't know if this is really the one, but yeah, so if you talk about dark, this place is dark. A little bit buggy going in. Okay, so pulsing massive hollow flesh bars the way forward. So we gotta find another way. I gotta guess this is the way, so we're gonna go around that way. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Oh, this is our new friend and how dark it is. We're gonna kill some stuff along the way, don't we? Not show off that Jaguar Sparkle. Okay, so the vigor on this one is so well maintained. Because you do have some reductions in the lineup. So you can spam a lot more. I mean, I can hit that. Looks like he's getting multiple values. The other ones, if you like, they're just gonna get one circle, you get two circles there. Also reminds me kind of like what they were doing with Flurry coming next season. You get to do like that, like shred energy. It's like a shred on something else right now. A little quiet, you think? Want me to turn myself up? I can probably do that. Let me go see about doing it. Of course, this is a fresh rig for me. I did not set all this up and get to test it. We can go a little louder here. Did not get to do the auto gain test because of course everybody was doing the stuff and the things in this room. See behind me there are lots of monitors. Okay. Alright. We go right here. I changed the FPS a limit. No. This is... We did change down the resolution, like at some point it was a little bit higher. Hey, that bottle, welcome in. Alright, let me clear this up here. Alright, that's good. Give this a little, we'll move back down to the other side. Right out here. In theory, it connects to the one we have. Yes, I can see over here. This is where the mouse we know and love are. And this is where they currently have to connecting. I don't know exactly how it's going to line up or anything like that. Of course, it's a test build, but like, theoretically, the way that it's positioned, it is currently connected. Okay, let's go see the stronghold. Yes, it did not get to be at the highest setting that we could put on these rigs because it didn't look like the rigs could handle both us playing at highest settings and stream and run the cameras and everything. So that is accurate. So technically you can make the game look better than this. Okay, so here's this dark thing that we have going on. And it wants me to use the relic lantern to activate the warding razor and open a way forward. And it is a bit of a pickle. The skill is not ready. And it's just locked me in. I don't think I'm going to spend a lot of time here because it has been a little buggy for me in the past when I was testing it. But yeah, this is something. And you gotta follow the lantern around and like interact with these up here. It burns that, so we climb up. Do a little bit of this. Light that up. And it takes you through like that. Okay, so then you gotta pick the lantern back up this way. I feel like as much as I like how dark it is, like it's interesting, intuitively maybe this one is a little weird. So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna break through this. There you go. A touch of eagle in our jaguar. Love to see it. Pick up another one. So they were saying that these are all reused assets. I don't think this one is reused. This looks pretty unique. Yes, they do look really good in the dark. That's true. That is true. Is in-game 100% the same? We don't know exactly what the in-game for the expansion is going to be yet. They have not showcased that yet. And now they're showcasing, of course, the Spiritborn, but there's something more. We know there's something more coming with that expansion. Got plenty of time to get into that, I'm sure. They'll let us know. I'm really curious about a lot of different things that come with the expansion myself. Hey, look at the lantern. Come back here. We're not supposed to drop you yet. Let's see if I can do this and not get like super lost. Well, guys said it looks good in the dark, so we're gonna do it in the dark. Vampiric wall out here. Yep, they'll show that on a later release. They're not gonna give us the full access. They're not allowed to do it all. Well, it would be the fun in that. Well, it'll be fun for us that are here, but not everybody. Okay, Languisher. Man, that lantern, I don't know. It's like, how am I supposed to do this? Get to the females here, more about armor, please. I don't think so. They only let us do so much of that. Granted, I mean, I can try and scrounge around for a wardrobe. I don't think that's what they want me to be doing. Nice try, though. Let's see what else is going on. Can I see? Nope. It's dark in here. But yeah, you can kind of get an idea of what it's up to. I don't want to stay in the dark too much. I want to kill stuff. But that is the Festering Dark. Alright. Let's go kill some more things with Jaguar since we like it so much. Let's go into the Helltide again. Could tactically do a little Helltide and try to farm more aspects just to see what's going on with all that. But I haven't seen the fancy profane mind cages and all that sort of deal, sadly. No shortcuts at our whopping level 30. Okay, That is done. I think when I make smaller hell types, like the dry staffs is an indication. It means the density is much more than us running around. I can't complain. I want more things to kill. We always need more. Give it to us all. Okay, that's you. Dun, 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 dun. You're welcome. I see you're welcome. Alright, these. Go ahead and do one of those. Alright. Yeah, true. We don't get to see the Paragon for all this to the full extent we want to. Okay, that is done. We'll get over here, collecting these little harvests. We're still not in the Helltide yet, of course. I'm just killing things because I cannot resist the Jag just zooming through its enemies. Yeah, I love it too. I can't really like focus on the objectives because I'm just like, I just want to see it. I just want to see it. Alright, here's the actual Helltide density that we want to see.
Not ready yet.
Let's take a look what's over here. Later, Dragonus. Enjoy your. Glad you could stop by. Hey, you, Treasure Goblin. Give me something fancy so I can show something that's not everybody has, eh? Here, just send the Jaguar off at it. Not again. Not too bad. Oh, Treasure Goblin. Come back at you. Look how it just chases it down. I think it run as much as it wants and there's nothing that can stop me. That's my basic attack doing that. The only thing that really can hurt me is of course how things that are hitting me. It's like, wait, I know you like that Treasure Goblin, but you're supposed to actually go ahead and do this. Here, hit that. Hit it with a stop. Why are you so tanky today, Mr. Goblin? I do miss the extra mobility off of the Eagle at a time like this. There you go. Alright, so we got Quarterstaff, which obviously this character can use as well. Casting a focus skill recalls nearby spirit feathers, which deal 42. Okay, so that's the one for the Eagle, is what's going on. Currently, we have your critical strike chance with Jaguar skills is increased against enemies by 6% for each 10% of their missing life. Interesting there. Rake manifests a spirit Jaguar, which also casts Rake at a random enemy. That's why we keep seeing more than one of those pop open when we do this. That's pretty neat. Then Soar casts Vortex as a landing location, and Soar is this over here. Alright, ring out this side. It's going well. How you doing, Lila? Good to see ya. The Paragon got sheer counts to spare. You really like your Jungle Book, but hey, I mean, if you like the Jungle Book, then you're gonna like the next expansion, aren't you? Okay. Summoner action. Nice and down, grab a little Galavine. And then what do we have over here? Let's go ahead and kill this a bit. Heal that out. The Zoo. Little Sorin. Hit that pull. Alright. Cathedral Crest and the Rings. These are not too exciting, of course, because we're legendaries out here. Nicely done. Heal out as I do. Amulet. See what's on that amulet. Try not to die in the process. Maximum life damage. Now, no lucky chance. 27 of your prior resource for every 20% of your life that you heal. That's just the general Starlight, not general Metamorphosis. Not giving me any unique things for our Spiritborn right there. Alright. Okay, clear this one as I do. Right up this side. Pole, guys. Pole. This one out that side. Alright. You want to set my microphone back? We gotta change and then lower the game's master value for the game's option menu. Here you are. I can look at what the feed's kind of looking like. Taking a look over here. Game does look like it's pretty loud compared to how we usually play it. Maybe do a little bit, but I mean, if there's ever a time to really hear the audio, it's on a new class, so we can all check it out. I do run the game audio a little bit lower, or not a lot lower than what I'm currently doing. But I do want to make sure that we get to enjoy it here too, not just me yakking. Alright, so what are we doing with you? Okay, we got some cinders. Maybe we'll try our luck and see if we can get any cool aspects or uniques from some of these boxes if we get that going on here. Alright, heal that now too. Don't mind if I do. Do you think it's good enough? You think it's alright? Yeah, it's a little tougher to judge because, of course, I've never gone live with this to sit there and tweak it. Just as long as we can both understand what I'm saying and we're enjoying the game, it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. I wish it was perfect, but if We get hung up on that, we'll never get to play. Terrifying. Get that done. Hear this now too. Welcome to the jungle. Alright. The reg sake is good enough, so we like that. Alright. Teleporter. Don't forget the rake. I just like hitting the basic, just like it just keeps chasing. I would totally make a basic build with course skill. Totally do it. Thank you, thank you. Only one vote for Eagle. I don't like the Eagle, huh? I feel like Eagle will soar in game when you can actually have like better control over getting enough of those feathers as you need. Because early on it feels like those feathers could do more. And I have a feeling at some point, I have a hunch, it would ramp up so you get a lot more value for that. Because it feels like something's missing on the Eagle. But a lot of this is going to feel like it's something missing because it's just level 30. We all get to level 30 in like a blink of an eye, right? So this is just like a taste of what these classes are capable of. Go ahead and dismantle because I can. Everything keeps killing. Sovereign Shield likes Eagle. I'm not surprised. Not surprised. But you like Centipede better? Yeah. Yeah, Centipede is my jam too. Okay, let's go ahead and dismantle. I mean, anything with a lot of speed, naturally OP. One way or another, speed is the defining quality of great success in this game. But Jag's fast too. I mean, you could actually put them both together, right? Which is kind of what we have going on here. Kind of. But I think maybe I would want a little bit more like the mobility part of the speed that I don't think I have a lot going on with this, just like default building tossed to us. Okay, Deluxes. Of course, we're just rolling a lot of like rares right now, so it's not like I have the greatest on the boss damage yet. It's not really a good indicator of what I can do with this quite yet. Come on, buddy. That one too. Okay, let's go ahead and do this one. Good enough. Okay, back down to the southwest, just like that. Helltide Commander, you're about to die, trying to stay outside of that line. You've seen Deluxes plenty, but it hits a little different when you're in new class. Alright, so this aspect is an intercom, so we know what that is, so that's not a good winner. Shame, shame. Still have like testing items. Placeholder items. We start at 30. We are locked at 30. We are rocking the 30 today. Letting us see a little bit of what's going on, but not the full deal. We're gonna have to come back in October, all of us, to enjoy that, which I feel is, you know, understandable. As much as I'm sure we would all love to start at 100 full builds of all uniques and just absolutely blast away everything they give us. We just can't have everything. Patience, patience, yeah. All right. Let's see here. What was the poll looking like? The Eagle got 29%, that's 4. Monkey, the Monkey, 36%. Jaguar, 36%. And did we not put the Centipede? Are we not allowed to have the Centipede in the poll? It's just not right. It's just not right. I'll grow infuriated. Okay, get it out of here. Alright, let's do another one soon. We haven't seen the Centipede yet. That is my personal aesthetic favorite. We're gonna do a little bit of this first. Manual Mental Surge, the Worldly Finesse. Those are, of course, knights unique to the Spiritborn, which, of course, the Spiritborn does have its own unique tempers to power and everything like any of the other classes do. I looked at those a little bit, but of course did not get super far to really stack that the way they would like to. So this is basically just more or less like the vanilla builds. I've not seen the full extent of just how much spam I can get, but I feel like the Jaguar build in particular, it's like, oh, you spam so much. Like, I don't have that much downtime at all, just rolling around with the basic. I'm pretty happy, I'm pretty content. It does satisfy that need to always be killing, always be fighting, always be spamming, always be hunting. So this one I don't need to deal with you right now, but of course the Helltide has an altar. And we had hearts lying around. Let me go pop some boxes, see if we got any luck. Of course, this is a tier 2, world tier 2 set of boxes, so they got the full mystery, who knows what's in here experience for me. Get that falling out of there. Yeah, exactly. The centipede, all that cream. Well, we're gonna see it in a moment. Let's see what it gave me here. That is a Spiritborn Endurance. So you got the Protector Barrier Generation. That's for the Gorilla. Crushing Hand Barrier Generation. Also, I believe, the Gorilla. And then Concussive Stomp. Auspicious. These are all for Gorilla things, I do think. Okay, so I can open up one more box. What do I want to do? I want to go see the Centipede because that's my favorite. That's what we're going to spend most of our time on because aesthetically, it's me. Just like NYC said, the Centipede is so me. Let's go ahead and do that. Welcome to the jungle. Centipole. We want the Centipede. Fix the pole. Fix the pole. Do it again. You can't leave out the Centipede. Okay, so here we are again. This time, before I move anywhere, let me go ahead and learn from our mistakes. Let's see if we can get to that waypoint so we get to the Helltide sooner, because that's where the most stuff to kill is. Alright, alright. We'll let it expire. We can tolerate it this time. Right, my beautiful Centipede. Let's go. You ever wanted lasers in a D4 game? I do believe we kind of have that energy. This and the Eagle a little bit too, I suppose. Very laser. Sorry, Source. I don't feel you're quite satisfied the laser fantasy like this boy right here. Look at him go. He's glorious. Centipede literally hits different. Look at those locust swarms just spouting everywhere. That's my baby, my new favorite thing probably in the whole game. Haven't really delved that deep, of course, but just like looking at it, like, I like poison. I like my Andariels, rogues. I like my Andariels on anything. I've tried it on things that have no business having Andariels, and I look at this and I'm like, so what I gotta do to get one of those helmets, huh? I could use some of that. Right. The wild jungle thing. I can see that. I can see that. Okay, shambling corpses. Oh, got another centipede moment. Okay. Look how much it spams. I'm not even using the skill that like just directly I think summons those locusts. There are skills that aren't in the builds that do exist. Like here, we got a Scourge, call for waves of insects that bites enemies. I don't have points in that, but I already have so many. It feels like, well, you know what? We're showing it off well enough. It's okay. We don't have Scourge right now. All right. There you go. So the 3 that we played when we had the poll, the Jag clearly the favorite, but we had the Centipede. Oh, we've been playing some Centipede. How does that go? Right, so that's that going. Just like this. There's my treasure goblin. Let's see what you're up to back down here. This, of course, doesn't have the same kind of mobility some of the other ones did, like that Jaguar. But these locust swarms and the Centipede itself are kind of doing a pretty good job keeping up with it. Of course, when I'm on the Centipede, it's starting to drop me much more things. I appreciate that. Lots of Moonrise. We wanted to do some basic activities. We do that a lot, of course, in live. We don't really want to do that here right this second. Enemies slow by at least 80%. They also become feared for 3 seconds. You deal 39% increased damage to feared enemies. That is, I do believe, a part of the Centipede things, isn't it? I'm not necessarily sure how that all builds up, honestly. Because, of course, I'm as new here as anyone else. Somebody in the Spiritborn line does have significant fear. Let's go to the Helltide. So I'm going to do this from this side again. We'll head out there. Centipede's going to be your build 100%. Yeah, I'm probably right there with you. Just the first one, we gotta choose it for the aesthetic reasons. Gotta go aesthetically. And of course, we gotta go poison, we gotta go green. Around these parts. So let's go around here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Keeping that going. We are on our way to this. Granted, it probably could have given me a little bit better of a route. Getting lost in the jungle. It's pretty on brand, I guess. Could mess with that goblin. But we want on our Helltides. Yes, the Jaguar's attack speed is amazing. Kind of the basis of what it is doing there. And they get a lot of vigor cost reduction, so you can do a lot with a little. Where I think a lot of maybe other builds in this might take a little bit longer to feel quite that good. Jaguar just right out of the box, just pop. You like that Gorilla for heart? You could use Gorilla and then use the other things too. You take the parts of the Gorilla that you think are going to keep you alive, and then you can pick up damage on the utility somewhere else. This class is made for customization quite a bit better than I think some of the other ones are, if not all the other ones. Another amulet. Let's see what you got for me. Amulet has Quill Volley, so that is for eagle things. Hey, little cat, you're supposed to be picking stuff up for me. Thank you. Let's slide on down. The Jaguar Centipede combo, that speed plus poison. Yes, you definitely could put that with the Andariel's Mythic, and I think you'd have a recipe for something pretty shiny. Definitely sounds like something I would do. Put my two favorites, no matter what it takes to make it work. Yeah, that is something I would definitely do. The Centipede has a lot of like self-heal going on. I didn't mention that in the live stream earlier. Where I'm for good sustain. Definitely good for some sustain. Let's take a look at what else is going on here with this one. We got Dexterity, Maximum Life, Critical Strike Chance. 60% increased damage to a set of damage types, elements. Oh goodness. That is not going to add to our pile of Centipede things. The search continues. So I'm probably going to see the skill nodes. Yes, we can look at all the skill nodes. Now that we've also looked at least a little gander of all the main spirits, we can do that. We got still plenty of time to mess around and see what's going on. All right. I still need lots more cinders to open up this one. Of course, technically it says the Helltide is about over. Same timing as we're used to in the Helltide. Not taking it very seriously on that subprod technically, but that is a thing. There's the Hell Girl Angry. There's you. And then let's go around here for the little event. This is different. Setting a score, Hunt the Beast. We're interrupting their duel. Is that what we're doing? This feels wrong. All our characters are designated Spirit Board, Spirit Board, Spirit Board, Spirit Board. Hey, no. The newest shiny, it is what it is. A lot of us have played every class to ridiculous numbers. I think I'm up to like almost 40 characters. I've leveled 100, like legitimately leveled, not boosted. I went through the whole process. So I love to do that. I do it, and you make fun of me for that all the time. It's like, you must love the leveling process. I'm like, no, not really. I just love making different builds, and at the moment, no armory, no character swap, no skill tree swap. The Paragon swap with a click of a button. So yeah, you do what you gotta do. You do what you gotta do. Bloodhawks. You are done with this. Alright, favorite class so far. Yeah, the Centipede vote is, of course, off the chain in here. Of course, now I feel like a lot of people are like going for it because I said I like it. There you go. Alright, fair enough. Nothing wrong with not wanting spoilers. I get that. I tend to be I want to do it on my own, experience it myself kind of person myself. There you go. We leave this place better than we found it. That does sound very, very in tune with the world now, doesn't it? Complete. Okay, there we go. You're scared of bugs? What if you have control of the bug and the bug is supporting you? Doesn't it get a pass? He's your bug. He's your guy. What are you scared of? Turn your